Hi everyone, I'm back again to do another scrapbook process video. This time I'm using the lovely 49 and Market Spectrum Sherbert, and I've chosen to use this round wreath shaped piece of paper. It's lovely on the back as well with a sort of a doily. I don't know if you can see that, but it's really rather pretty. I'm really keen on this Spectrum Sherbert. I found a sketch on a Sketchabilities page on Pinterest, and this is the basis of what I'm going to do, but I don't have two photographs. I'm just going to use one photograph, which is actually this photograph here, which is I don't know if you can see it okay, my little granddaughter with this huge great what's it called, straw bales made into an effigy of her Majesty, an effigy being a nice effigy, not a horrible one, obviously part of the Jubilee celebrations, although this was only taken last week. We got our flag up there, and they've also got the flag of Ukraine in support there as well. So this is what I'm going to use. I'm going to use it here. I'm going to use a couple of pieces of paper. I've got a kit here, mix and match die cut pieces, and I bought these a few months ago, and I've just been stroking it ever since I bought it. Really, I love it. I just think it's so pretty. But over today on one of the Facebook groups I follow, they've got which I think is on the Scrapper Sketch, they've got a challenge to use pink, and I do have a lot of pink in amongst all these ephemera bits and pieces. So I'm going to use pink, but it doesn't have to be all pink. It can be pink and yellow. So I'm going to pink and any other colour. So I'm actually going to use pink and yellow. I like pink and yellow. And I've got a portrait photo, not a landscape one, although that's really sort of two other photos there, but it's just a loose base on that sketch. I'm not sort of sticking to it rigidly. So there's a couple of pieces there that I don't have to cut into another piece of this lovely paper in the ephemera pack, so I might as well use those because that's why I bought them. But first of all, I want to do a little bit of stamping, and the reason for that is that I am still joining in the summer Mind the Scrap summer challenge over on Facebook as well. And I've got this great little set from Stamping Up here. It's called Perpetual Birthday Calendar, and it's just handy to have. I keep it more or less by my desk side all the time, and I just put it on a stamp block, anything that I like, and just stamp a few extra bits. So I've got a nice archival ink here in a lovely pink colour, and that is Vibrant Fuchsia. But I'm just literally going to do some stamping. Oh, it's not really the right pink. Not sure I'm happy with that, so I think I will forget that one. That's more like a purple than a pink. I think it's because probably a bit of the black is leaching out, so I don't think I will use that stamp after all. I'm going to cover that up with a piece of ephemera. Let me see if I have a clean stamp that I can use instead. I'm sure I have a clean heart stamp somewhere. I've got all my stamps over here on a shelf, and there's another nice Stamping Up called Sprinkle Expressions, and this one's clean, so that's fine. I will use this one instead. Another ink stamping block there, and I think as much as anything that was the stamp being dirty that caused the wrong colour, but I'm going to test it out on a piece of paper this time just to be on the safe side, because I really don't want to mess up this again. So let's see if it's the right pink this time. Still a bit fuchsia-y rather than pink, so it's obviously the wrong pink. Let's see if I have something else pink in my arsenal of colours, which I'm sure I do. I've got Spun Sugar here, which is a Distress Oxide. Let's try that instead. Oh, that's better. That's much better for those colours. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to stamp a couple of these, move these out of the way, stamp a couple of these hearts just to the side there. That's the right colour, definitely. And I'm going to do one down here as well, and probably one here too, and then I'll put clusters and things in. so that you can see those, but I must cover up that because I'm not happy with that purpley colour. And that's what happens if you don't clean your ink pads out, stamps out properly. So first and foremost, I'm going to put some sort of strip along here that I can use, and I'm going to use a die cut because that's one of the criteria on the Mind the Scrap challenge this week, to use die cuts, and this is a die cut. So I'm going to use this die cut. I'm going to stick that above there, stick that on there, and then these are the, I might use smaller, I might use smaller ones of that actually, and then stick that one across there, make it longer. I think I'm going to take this off here actually and make it smaller, this photograph. It's very, very portrait, it's, you know, and I have got quite a lot on the bottom that I don't need, so I'll chop off a bit on the bottom. I'm going to leave the flag on the top because why not? It's there, and no, I think I will stick with that original colour that I had, and I'm going to make the frame a bit smaller on this as well. So again, I'll trim it down. I matted it before I started recording, just so that you didn't have to watch me doing that. So I think those big ones work better, definitely work better, the big ones, and the die cut tucked under that side too. I think I'll put the one with the yellow on the top and the pink one beneath, and a bit of that there and that there. Cut those down a bit. Now I've cut the photos down, you know, the small one might work better. Yeah, I quite like the small ones now. Sorry, I used to be indecisive, now I'm not so sure. That's pink, bit of yellow behind that too. There and there, and then there. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so first things first, let's stick a bit of this down. I only need a little bit on the back of this die cut to make sure it's not oh, I'll do it the other way around actually, because this end is a nice cut end and that's where I cut it. So take those off. Fortunately, these this Easy Runner Grand is strips of white permanent, so you can peel them off very easily. So I pulled those off now, and then because I do everything at 100 miles an hour, I don't think these things through all the time. So, and then that one across here in line with that one. I'm just eyeballing it. Then this yellowy one at the back, because I still want the prominent colour to be pink, and this is all yellow, and I want pink and yellow really. Just thought pink and yellow would be a nice combination. Okay, and then I want my photograph on here. So that's my photo. I think I might just put it up a bit. I think I might move these up as well. Gosh, used to be indecisive. I'm having a moment, aren't I? Right, let's move those up a little bit. And then I can move that up a little bit. That's better. That's better. Now I can still see those bits at the top, plus I can see the photograph more. In amongst this lot, there's quite a lot of bits and pieces, and this is one of them. It's a film reel, a pink film reel. I'm going to put that underneath here. So take out all these little bits at the back. So all those little pink bits there, take those off, and I've got a little bit of pin flare still left in the tube here from earlier when I was doing videoing. I've learned my lesson not to get my not to forget the pin flare now and get it all in a muddle, because if you watched one of my earlier videos, I got in a right old mess because I hadn't got it ready beforehand. So that's my die cut, my film reel die cut in there. And there's little tickets and things that I can tuck in here too. So I shall tuck that in there as a ticket. And it's a little ring there that just says adorable, which I think she's a bit adorable, but then I am biased. So I'll pop that there as well. Oh, didn't mean that to be there. Oh gosh, I've got to go some to cover up that mess up there, haven't I? That's a bit of a nuisance. Should I put the photograph up there a bit more so then I can start having a little cluster up the top there? Yeah, I think I'm going to have to do that. I'm going to have to move this up to cover up that mistake there. I can leave this down the bottom, the film strip. This is why I never glue my photographs down until I'm ready. I know I've led you up a garden path a few times, but we'll get there. We'll get there. A little tag will probably do that actually. Let's move that out of there and put the ticket there. No, it does need the ticket there to cover the bottom of the tag through the die cut. Okay, so let's take that out of there. I'm going to ink the edge of this. And find a nice little pink. Yeah, that's a nice little pink ink pad. Don't like seeing white edges, so I'm just going to cover that up. Yeah, that's good. And I can journal on that as well. I want some baker's twine too to pop on there now. So I'll get a bit of baker's twine out. And I want pink, but I don't want fuchsia pink, and I seem as if most of my baker's twine seems to be a fuchsia pink, although I do have this pink and yellow and blue which works, so let's do that. Bit of that there, pop that away in a moment. Although I haven't got any blue on it, there's blue on the photograph, and I can always introduce a little bit of blue later on. But for now, I'm just going to pop that through there. And we went here for breakfast last week to this farm, and quite frankly, the service was diabolical. And the breakfast was good, but it wasn't exceptional. So this was the best bit about the breakfast rather. And also, it wasn't just the breakfast that was good. It was a working farm, and so they had cattle, little baby cows for her to go and see. So that was rather nice. Right, so that's that. And now I'm going to start sticking this down. I've stuck that down already. I'm going to stick this little ring down where it says adorable, and then I'm going to put foam tape. You know I know how much I love foam tape, you girls and guys. And then we'll stick that down. I'm running out of that foam tape. I'm going to have to dig another one out at some point, but hopefully not during this process video. So that's that. That can be popped over there so that we get and there I'm going to write on that. So that will be a nice little bit of journaling space there. So, and it covers up that faux pas. And they've got the little heart that I stamped as well. The string's a bit long, so I'm just going to chop a bit of that off. Take that off, the baker's twine. Okay, so strings are gone. I could put the word lovely in here, but the banner's facing the wrong way. I could fit it, it probably looks better over this side, and make more of a sort of collection out of this die cut on that side. So that's what I'm going to do there. I need to make 3 embellishment clusters, so I'm going to have to put another embellishment cluster down here near this heart, because that's part of the criteria again on this challenge that I'm doing. Doing a butterfly now, probably put the butterfly in there, on there. I need to do the journaling on that tag, so I'm just going to do that now, and then I'll finish off with the clusters. Out for breakfast. One morning we came across this large tribute, rather than an effigy, that was probably a better word, to the Queen. That will do. And then here on this tag I'm going to put August 2022. Not the best handwriting in the world, and I didn't think deeply about the writing. A little bit of foam tape here as well to go on this one. I am running out of foam tape and I'm not going to get through it all while I'm on this video. I am going to get through it all on this video rather. So move that across a bit. August 2022. So there you are. That's that. This is going to be flat, lovely. And that's there. Okay, August 2020. I do need to make a little embellishment cluster down here. So I could do the all good things and a butterfly. I could do the butterfly there or butterfly there. I think I'll do the butterfly there. I'm going to get some more foam pads, foam tape even. Good. I've got more here, another big roll. I was gifted these big rolls. I don't usually use black, I must admit. I usually use white foam pad, but because it was gifted to me, I'm just using it up. So all good things come to those that wait, and you're waiting very patiently for me to finish my layout. So that's a little title or set a subtitle, because I'm actually going to put a larger title across the top here. It's got to be a song title, so it's yeah, it's going to be a song title. So super sweet. No, that's not right. And I've already put dates and things there. Love your smile. Can't really see her smile very well, to be honest, and it's a bit too yellow, so I'm going to ignore that bit. So that's the flower there. I'm going to cut a couple of small bits off. Anyone that watched my video earlier will see how I usually stick my butterflies. 2 little tiny strips either side of the body of the butterfly so that it keeps them off the page. So I've got 2 little strips of foam tape, or you can use pin flare or, you know, a dimensional glue, but I liked them to be raised, which is why I put foam tape on. Out for breakfast one morning, we came across this large tribute to the Queen. I've probably put that a little bit close to the journaling, so I can't quite see that without moving the wings, and when it's in a page protector you won't want to move wings. So that's that. Okay, so I'm not going to use any more of those things, whatever they're called. I can't think what they're called. Ephemera, that's it. I'm not going to use any more of those because I want to put some other embellishments on that aren't from the kit. So let's see if I've got some little pink flowers in here that will work. I don't very often use this type of flower now. I used to, but quite honestly, I've got so many of them, I've just decided I need to start using a few up. And you don't need many just to make a statement, do you? And you need a little bit. So That's a little cluster of embellishments in that corner. And then again, another little flower in there. And just tuck them in wherever you fancy them, really. I mean, there's no rhyme or reason. I always do things in threes anyway, so I'll use the darker pink as well. And I'll stick one of those in there. And I'll use a darker pink up here too. Now this one, I'm going to use a bit of pin flare to stick it in place. And move it so I can still read the journaling. This one I'm going to have to bend a little bit because I want to use this as the centre of that flower. And the only way to really do that is to curl that up because it was a very flat little flower. And that will go on there. These are going to remain flat. I want those to stay flat. That's it, because they can tuck under things. And this one down here, I want that to remain flat. Okay, so we are doing okay. So that's enough of the flowers. I have all my embellishments, flowers in little boxes so that they're easier to see the colourways. So you can see, you know, I've got reds, pinks, green, you know, all the colours that you can think, just in little boxes. Just keeps them easier so that when I'm doing a layout that's primarily monochrome, which isn't quite monochrome, but it's, you know, primarily pink, it's easy. You can just grab a box of pink things and just pop them on. I'm going to use one of these little yellow, because I haven't put a lot of yellow on there, so I'm going to put a little bit of yellow on the centre there, just so that you can see the focus of attention is there. And then I think that's more or less it. But I think what I might just do is, let's see what this colour is like on one of these scraps. I've got some very bright yellow there, and I think it's too yellow. But let's have a little look at this, because I wouldn't mind a few little more yellow splashes. Yeah, I like that. That's good. Just as well, just as well I like it, because I just didn't do the test, did I? I forgot. Oh gosh, this is the trouble with me. I don't think things through. I just get on with it. I think that's more or less it. But I need to find a title that's related to the Queen. God Save the Queen. God Save the Queen. That'll do. That'll be a nice one. God Save the Queen. And then I don't think I've got any E's left in this set, which is a bit of a shame. Let's see if I've got, I think it's E's I'm running out of in all of my little planners at the moment. My little planner stickers. I don't think I've got any E's left at all. No, no E's on there. No E's left on there. No E's on there. I'm completely out of E's, which of course you need E's for Queen. Don't think I've got anything I can use instead. Let me just check. I have a few smaller alphas over here. Let's have a little look. I've got a little box of alphas and things here. They're not just alphas, they're stickers and things as well. Well, I could make Queen out of these pink letters, and then I could do God and Save, but I still need an E for the end of it, Save, don't I? But I could use an F and then make it into an E. I don't like doing that very much, but I will do it because I've got nothing else. I have got some yellow little stickers as well. So let's try it, see how I get on. So first things first, I'm going to see if I can get a God. I've got a G, no O's on these, but I've got an O here. God, I haven't got a D. I've probably got a D in, yeah, I've got a D there. Okay, let's start this off. Let's see how I get on. So Queen has got to be the last letter because it's, God save the Queen. So therefore, I need that to be, now these are going to be a little bit, ruin the only N I've got. Oh dear. These aren't coming off. These aren't coming off. I think they've had it. I'll throw those away. Right. I think I'm going to do the title off camera when I've had a chance to have a really good look through my letters and see if I can find everything. But that's essentially my layout. I've got stamping, I've got die cuts, I've got will have the title, and it's pink, which is for another challenge, which I think is for Scrapper Sketch, where they wanted things pink. So I think that's me done, really. Thanks for joining me. Sorry I didn't completely finish it. I think when I put the title up there, it'll just finish off this fairly blank area. And the yellow is actually has dried quite nicely, the yellow splashes. You probably can't see that very much. In fact, I'm going to put a few more on because it's actually quite nice yellow. So I'm just going to put a bit more mixed media around it. So I've stamped and splattered on here. That was another criteria on Mind the Scrap. It needed to be mixed mediafied, for want of a better description. Ah dear. Anyway, right, okay, I think that's probably me done. Once I got that title in, you'll have to have a look on Mind the Scrap page or on the Scrapper Sketch page on Facebook if you want to see it with the title. I will put it on my Instagram account as well, so anyone that knows me, please do follow me on Instagram. I put all my process videos on there, as well as my YouTube channel, which is up and running, and I will put this one on there as well. So thanks for joining me, and I will speak to you again soon. Bye bye.